constantly tasting.
The lamb was extremely overdone.
The gastrique didn't end up on the plate.
They had a razzmatazz attitude.
Every aspect of it worked.
I was really disappointed actually by the two teams.
Previously on Battle of the Chefs. The rhinos took on the buffaloes.
I kind of like it.
And the winner is the buffaloes.
The rhinos put up a good fight, but in the end, the buffaloes trampled them and claimed the victory.
The Battle of the Chefs, we started with 32 chefs, 16 teams. We're now down to the semi-final. We only have 4 teams standing. And today, we have the Crocs taking on the Ants.
Both teams were given a shopping challenge to buy their ingredients from the Bridge Spa. They have been given a budget of $100 and 15 minutes to plan their menu and shop for their ingredients.
We've done some shopping here in Greenbridge and we're hoping that you can give us a nice discount on these lovely things that we bought.
We are going to give you 10% discount.
Did Ant convince them that he qualifies for the senior citizen discount?
Spa good for us too.
Yes. Isn't that promise you guys are going to give you 10% discount? Yes. Now you pay $86.
Yes. And it's a win for both teams.
They have 35 minutes for their starter. Your time starts now.
And they're off.
We've got the starter, which is going to be proper Russian blinis with smoked salmon tartar and capers.
Sounds delicious.
Semi-finals, big day. Let's start. I want to know how you're feeling today.
Stoked.
Yeah.
Ready.
Good.
Excited.
Dude, you're saying the words, but I'm not feeling it.
Pretty nervous and excited as well. We don't want to be chucked out by 2 women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be bad for us.
Tony is very clear about not wanting to lose to the women in the red team. Not really the most politically correct thing to say, but this is a battle after all. The Ants will be making a proper Russian blini. They can't afford to make any mistakes here, Tony. He's being very careful to measure the correct amount of water. Meanwhile, in the red kitchen, the Crocs seem to have been thrown off by their shopping trip.
Primrose, Petronella, semi-finals. I've never seen you look more nervous.
Yeah, never.
How was that experience having to go through a whole supermarket looking for ingredients?
It was hectic. It was hectic because we didn't know where we would find what. We had to start looking for everything in different sections and we didn't get what we wanted.
Oh dear, they certainly do look nervous. They are a strong team though, so maybe they may make it through. Back in the blue kitchen, Ant adds lemon juice to the chopped salmon and he's careful not to let the pips fall into the mixture. Petronella chops up a chorizo, a traditional Portuguese sausage for the red team's risotto. Lots of taste testing in the blue kitchen while Tony steals a look at the competitor's dish, then a very scientific way of checking if the ovens are hot. Diced beetroot to add colour to the red team's risotto, whilst Petronella adds in olive oil to make the pesto. Petronella is looking rather unimpressed with her own dish. Is she giving up? This proper Russian blini is getting a lot of attention.
That's ready. Put it on that tray there.
Jasmine rice to make a risotto?
I was about to take a swig of that.
Thank goodness you didn't. It's getting hotter in the kitchen though. I wonder when those savannas are coming out. The Parmesan cheese is being grated and laid out to make their Parmesan crisp. The oven needs to be just at the right temperature to get those crisps right. Meanwhile, Ant has discovered the red team's best kept secret, the wine.
That's your best kept secret.
Can I pour the wine for you guys?
Please.
Come on.
Sharing is caring. Solid approval from Tony. The ants look to be in good shape. The Red Crocs, however, are trying to stay afloat as they mix their beetroot and rice to try and make their risotto.
7.5 minutes to go.
One is set. Our crayfish is set. We've made our blinis and now our tartar.
With just over 4 minutes still left on the clock, the red team begin plating.
Okay, let's start cleaning up.
My section's pretty clear. Where are we putting our
No, I need the chives.
In here or in here?
Oh, in here. Sorry. Ooh, lucky you pointed it out.
Let these cool down thorough.
Joe takes a quick taste of the red team's risotto, and from the look on his face, it's clear that the red team may definitely have something to worry about. The ants now spread the creme fraiche on their proper Russian blini, creating a great water-resistant layer on which to place their salmon tartare.
One minute, 10 seconds. $20 seconds. Five, 3, 2, 1, and please step away from your plates.
Stay tuned for more after the break. Up first to present their starter are the ants. Russian blini with smoked salmon tartare, capers and creme fraiche.
I like the dish. It's a bit refreshing, but it's lacking a bit of texture because it's just soft all the way. With the creme fraiche and everything, it's just melting in your mouth. It's nice.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
7.
And let's talk about your starter.
Because it's a really good recipe, and blinis are not easy to make and to rise nicely. So I did make a few so that we could get them as best as we, as round as we possibly could.
What would you score it out of 10?
7.
The Crocs are up next with their starter dish, chorizo risotto, parmesan crisp and a basil pesto.
So here you've got your chorizo risotto with a pesto and a parmesan crisp, and I'm assuming the parmesan crisp is for the texture.
It was meant to be for the texture.
Okay.
Didn't get crispy enough. We had a few challenges, but yes, this was meant for the texture.
Rating for your own dish?
6.
Color's interesting, but the actual risotto, the rice lacked flavor. The beetroot gave it a nice color, and that's the secret to a good risotto, is to use good risotto pasta.
Welcome back. The ants and the Crocs have had their 45 minutes to prepare their starter, and now they have 1 hour to prepare their main course. Blue team, red team, your time starts now.
With a whole hour on the clock to prepare their main course, both teams have ample time to prepare a stunning main course dish. Ant seems to be struggling with the salt until it finally pops open, and a quick pinch of salt tossed over the shoulder to ward away bad luck.
We'd like you to talk to each other. You know?
Here goes the secret
And I think
ingredient.
the savannah needs to roll out.
It's actually a good idea.
Joe's suggestion is taken up without a fraction of hesitation.
Cheers.
The blue team will be preparing homemade fettuccine with a New Zealand green shell mussel marinara, accompanied by a roasted sunflower seed and celery Greek salad and garlic bruschetta. The red team have decided to prepare pan-fried salmon on minted new potatoes and tapenade, baby vegetables and pea puree. Petronella has blitzed the olives for their tapenade. And puts their freshly made pasta dough through the expensive pasta machine.
What I've done here is I've put a bit of mixed salt and sugar in this. And what it's actually done is the actual juice is starting to flow out. It's starting to flow out.
That water boiling yet?
Yep.
That's quite a hearty amount of pasta he's making for only 4 people.
Cheers.
All that pasta making has worked up a thirst. The red team is putting their salmon in the oven now and has made sure that it's skinned side down. Meanwhile, Ant finishes preparing his pasta and tosses the first batch into the pot.
So this is done.
Where's your fork for the pasta?
There.
Where to put all that pasta, Chef Ant?
Tony, I need to keep this set. So where's that thing now? It's in here.
Fresh pasta needs only 3 to 4 minutes to cook, so Ant quickly begins to check if it's properly cooked. Tony pops their baguette into the oven, a level above the red team salmon. Uh-oh, that skin looks like it's getting stuck to the bottom. Coordination and teamwork in the blue kitchen, and they decide to add a little brown sugar into the marinara sauce.
Okay, now you've got to do your mussels quickly.
Mussels I can include. 22 minutes.
22 minutes to go. 22 minutes to go.
With less than 22 minutes to go, the blue team hunts for their missing fork to lift their pasta out of the pot. It's starting to make sense how Ant got that discount.
Check the neck. Here's a fork right here.
Right, I can definitely smell something burning. I suspect it's something in the oven.
Oh no, that's definitely not usable. What will Tony do now?
I don't think I'm the only one who's wondering why at 18 minutes Ant is saying he's running out of time.
I don't want to run out of time. So that my partner will go into 4-wheel drive mode. Watch that bread, Tony.
Ant warns Tony to keep an eye on that bread. Meanwhile, in the red kitchen, I'm trying to understand why on earth Primrose is removing the crispy skin from the salmon.
Let that roll.
And that's strike 2. The bread has burnt again under Tony's watch, and that was the last one. I guess trimming off the top is the only option left. With 15 minutes on the clock, the Crocs begin plating their main course.
15 minutes to go.
Okay, and remind me.
12 minutes to go. Ants in a flurry. Crocs calm.
The red team put their pea puree on the plate. They decided to take the crispy skin as a garnish on their salmon. Clever.
You watching that, eh?
Yeah.
Ant warns Tony one more time to watch the bread. Watch that bread, Tony.
I see the savannah consumption's gone down.
Oh, there's pressure today.
Those mussels look delicious. The ants are in overdrive as they rush to finish off plating, whilst the red team, who have already finished, look on. Is the red team home and dry? Did the blue team bite off more than they could chew? I can't help but wonder if the red team may have forgotten something. Only time will tell.
Is that enough, eh? Did you put garlic tomato?
Have you got cherry toast?
10 seconds.
Now that he knows how to open the salt, there's no time to use it.
And time up.
We'll be right back. Our judges for today are Carl Eckert, co-owner and chef at Pariah State Bar and Grill, Lincoln Miambo, a consultant chef at Prime Bar and Grill, and Sherilyn Conlon, owner and chef at the Coffee Garden. The Crocs now present pan-fried salmon on minted new potatoes and tapenade, baby vegetables and pea puree.
I hate to say it, but I think I'm not a very good piece of salmon. Not your fault necessarily.
I have burned eyes.
What do you? We're disappointed. Firstly, by the technical skills, the way the salmon was handled, the seasoning of the salmon, the marination of the salmon, the puree was amazing.
Did anyone notice that the Crocs didn't put their baby vegetables on the plate? The ants now present homemade fettuccine with a New Zealand green shell mussel marinara, accompanied by a roasted sunflower seed and celery Greek salad and garlic bruschetta.
I was going to say, where's the feta?
The rocket, of course, you could have done better by freshening it up.
Salad was nice. Touch old-fashioned for me.
The garlic bread, you really made a mess about it. No two words about it.
The mussels were good, as you say. All in all, a decent dish though.
Let's start with the mussels.
Do you eat mussels?
He doesn't eat fish.
Don't you eat fish? Oh, that's a snack.
Well, that would be one way to get them out the competition.
Wow, we made this pasta. It's really tasty.
I love the sauce.
And how's the mussel? Cooked wise?
Slightly chewy.
Slightly chewy. One thing we did stuff up though was
The bread.
the bread, obviously.
Let's not even talk about the bread.
Tony really botched up the bread, not once, but twice.
The hint of chili, I like.
You enjoyed that?
Hint.
Let's see what you think about the salmon.
Okay, so this is the skin of the salmon.
skin of the salmon.
I think this is a little bit dry. I like your pea puree. That's delicious. I think this is an extraordinary way of using the skin. I like it. Just slightly on the
Dry side.
Dry side, yeah. That's it. Tasty.
Presentation looks good.
Presentation excellent.
With the starters and main course out of the way, we're now moving on to dessert.
Welcome back to the dessert round of the semi-final, where the Crocs are taking on the ants. They've had 1 hour for their main course, and now they have 45 minutes for their dessert. Your time starts now.
Both teams have 45 minutes to prepare a mind-blowing dessert. The red team are making a deconstructed lemon meringue pie, and the ants are preparing amarula panna cotta with strawberry coulis and dark chocolate scrapings. The blue team is preparing the milk for the panna cotta and the strawberries for the coulis. Panna cotta with a little extra gelatin goes into the mold.
Tony, just take that out, please. We haven't put the lemon zest inside.
That's quite a bit of lemon zest there. Meanwhile, Petronella off to the blender for the deconstructed lemon meringue pie. This recipe must be younger than Ant. Cheers! Don't leave a brother hanging. Must be because of the burnt bread.
Okay, let me stand away from you while you be brave. Can I let one of the judges look at it?
Yeah, sure.
It's not often a woman carries a blowtorch around.
Even the judges try to assist with the blowtorch. These are definitely kitchen problems. Easy there, crocodile.
18 minutes to go.
That marula nut brittle is looking good. Tony should consider taking up painting. So much time on his hands, knife throwing might be another option. Meanwhile, a second attempt at the meringue is in play.
This is a dangerous thing.
13 minutes to go. Just 13 minutes to go. I see Petronella is playing this game of sandcastles on her plate.
Now that the dishes have been painted, let's paint the strawberries. The red team's dish is coming together really well. Will it be enough to beat the ants though?
6 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
They seem to finally have their game faces on. Have they finally come to the battle? And is it possibly too late? Lots of chocolate in this dish. The meringues come out of the oven. Is Petronella taking the lead?
1 minute, 44 seconds. Well, this is definitely different from the main course. Everyone under pressure, everyone rushing. 40 seconds. 20 seconds. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And please step away from your plates.
The red team is presenting their deconstructed lemon meringue pie. A bit of an untidy plate though.
Presentation not so great, a bit messy and tardy.
It was just strawberries.
Just strawberries. Yeah, that's good.
That was a clever addition. Your custard is light. It's light and fluffy.
I agree with Lincoln. The plating was a little bit sloppy for me. We've spoken about your meringue. It was a bit unfortunate, but it still tasted good. So, all in all, a well-rounded dish.
The blue team now present their amarula panna cotta with strawberry coulis and dark chocolate scrapings.
The lemon has overpowered the amarula.
The lemon zest is too much. I'm chewing lemon zest. You've said amarula panna cotta. I'm getting lemon panna cotta. But it said fast forward the setting.
Yeah.
Extra gelatin.
We started with 16 teams. We're down to 4. And today, the Crocs took on the Ants. There were high moments, there were low moments. Only one team goes through. Who will it be? The winners for the semi-final of the Battle of the Chefs. The Ants.
Well done to the Ants who make it into the finals. Next week on Battle of the Chefs, the second semi-final will see the Buffaloes take on the Panthers. Who will secure that spot in the final against the Ants?
Amarula panna cotta.
Yes. Amarula with a strawberry.
I saw that 200 ml of amarula.
Yeah.
How much of that is going into the recipe?
1.5 tots.
Only? Where's the rest of that going?
For you, maybe 3 tots.
So just for the camera, would you just hold up a lovely pink blowtorch, Carl? I think it's really works.
You like that, eh? Goes to my hair.
It's in your handbag.
Goes to my hairstyle. And I'm dropping the few cubes on the floor.
Amazing, he's taking off her hairstyle. He doesn't have any hair.
Oh, come on, man.
This is coming from Lincoln.
To run out of vino or to not run out of vino? That is the question.
Wasn't recording. Give that man a bounce.